that's not the point. Point is, the brand new, freshly restored instrument panel from your company, Instrument Specialties, showed up for our 69 GTX. And it's ironic because he showed up this morning and this showed up about 20 minutes ago when we were out in the yard. So I thought, why not bring him in here, make him face the music, right? If it's not perfect, he can see that right here in front of maybe 2 or 3 million people.
I'm sure it's going to be perfect.
I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure that is too. But let's get the dash out and just see how good you did here. Would you like to
Absolutely,
go ahead? I think it's screwed down still. What's that say up there in the corner? I can't make it out.
Instrument Specialty.
Okay, first off, nice packaging. Oh. Under hood AC ducting.
Yes.
Is that the trunk key in there? Oh yeah, it's all your keys. Because we had to send you those.
Yep. This is the engine side tack harness.
Right. And
then we've got some clips in there for the heater box.
Beautiful
For you.
This is a hard dash to do for a multitude of reasons. This looks great. Let's do it. And well, that is absolutely stunning as always.
Oh, thank you.
My gosh. So are you replating all these? These aren't something you just pick up the phone and call and order new ones. Are these?
Those are originals we've replated.
You've redone the plastic chroming on it. Same thing for the knob.
Yep.
All of them.
Yep.
And the registers?
Those are the originals that we completely disassembled, re-chromed, detailed, and put back together.
This is gorgeous. And what about the lighter? Is that an NOS? Is that a reconditioned?
That's the original, and then this is an NOS element.
That's insanity. And so tell me about the Lucite panels. I mean, again, those look like new and those are impossible.
Well, those are the most difficult pieces on this dash to deal with. Fortunately, the pieces that we ended up coming up with, the ones from you and the radio bezel that I replaced, it didn't need really much restoration work to the wood grain or the back painting. We basically just wet sanded and polished the faces of them so they look nice and shiny and new. But that's all the original chrome striping and everything.
That's really amazing. Look at that. Now here's where it gets tricky. You've got the N85 factory tachometer in there, also known as the postage stamp.
Correct.
I'm assuming this is a new reproduction that you bolted in there?
No, that's a complete original core that we restored and rebuilt.
That's what I'm talking about. Tell me about the lettering. Tell me about the lettering that's on this lens and the highlight paint, the white basically, that is on the tachometer, the speedometer, the temperature, the fuel, and the amp gauge.
Okay, so
how do you do that?
As far as the lens goes, that's one of the unique items for a GTX. It's got the 150 mile an hour speedometer,
right,
and it's got that 150 lens. That's the original lens that we completely buffed and detailed.
Yep. That's it.
Yep.
So you didn't have to do the white lettering again?
We didn't, because it was in good condition. So once it looks dingy, but once you wash it, wet sand it, buff it,
all of a sudden it comes to life. I know that. Yeah. This Lucite panel over here, that's part of the original stuff we sent you?
Yep.
Well, you did a remarkable job. The AC registers, I thought for sure when I first peeked that those were going to be new reproductions. Yeah. And you're telling me those are the originals.
Nope.
Now that I look, they do, because these are real sloppy. From this knob over, the relay rod all the way over to the little vents there. And that, very much original. Now, these are the original pads.
Original pads.
Which are impossible to find really good ones, or improbable to find them. And these actually fit really nice, which they very rarely ever do.
Yep.
So, and those aren't my original ones because, maybe the glove box is, but I had to send you.
The glove box, the original, but this was replaced and
because we converted the car from a non-air conditioning car to an air conditioning car, so that was different.
That's right, yep. But we redyed the pads and, they look...
Absolutely.
And we matched the color, we matched the dye to the backside of this original.
Yeah.
So we had...
That trick, like the bottom side of a deck lid. It's the best. Hard to argue with that color.
That's right.
When it hasn't seen the sun in 50 years. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yep.
Let me just take a quick look at the backside. Yeah. Okay, everything back here looks exactly as I would expect it to. Now, is this a new wiring harness?
That's a brand new wiring harness.
It is, yes. Okay. Constant voltage regulators that go bad after 50 years, are you just taking those apart and cleaning them up and testing them, putting them back together, or how are you doing those?
We're converting them to solid state. So we use the original can, we take it all apart, and we retrofit all solid state components inside, so then you don't have that pulsating cycle time that the originals had, and it puts out a constant voltage, and it will resist some surges.
So if it's constant, it's not the 9 volts then. It's
putting about 6 volts.
And it's all the time.
Yep.
Okay, I got you.
Yep.
I got you. Circuit board, just cleaned it up.
That's the original circuit board. The pins always loosen up, so we solder the pins to make sure that they're nice and tight.
They do. Yep. What's going on there?
Actually, that's a lot of times when you take these dashboards apart, you'll find the original assembly person's initials or name written out
on the cardboard
on the glove box. Yep. So we found this one appears to be KJ. We found that on the original glove box liner, and we duplicated it exactly on this one.
So you've also probably seen KJ before.
We have seen it before, yes.
That's their signature.
Yep.
Like that's their Rembrandt.
That's right.
So if something didn't work from the factory, you could chase this person down.
I think so, and that might have been part of it. They had to put their name on it, so if it got
accountability,
if it failed the test later down the line,
maybe that was a factory thing, huh?
Yeah.
Beautiful work, my friend.
Thank you. I got
Absolutely
a great crew.
Gorgeous.
We got a great crew that.
Yeah, you do. You're
yeah.
lucky. Yeah. And that's not easy.
No.
You go through a lot of people trying to get the right guys to work with you, and
you have to have patience, especially on stuff this minute and detailed, and it's a lot of intricate work.
Absolutely.
And we're just fortunate to have a great group of guys that love doing it.
So what do you think? Have a good time?
Yeah, I had a great time. Yeah, really appreciate it.
I know you got a lot of Mopars at your shop, but it's got to be fun to come out and see other people's misery. You know what it's like, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I
24/7.
I definitely feel the pain.
Do you think about it all night too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shop owners, they don't realize it. Out there